Hi everyone, welcome to Best Recipes with Sharon. Today I will show you how I make bacon and cheese wrapped hot dogs. These are very simple to make and really tasty. It's also an excellent alternative to the usual hot dog. And I like to always start with really good quality ingredients. So we'll begin by frying up the bacon. I always cut the pound of bacon in half. I just find it easier to fry, and I also find it a little easier to work with later. But you can just leave it in the full strip if you want. If you're cutting it in half like this, it usually takes about 2 pieces per hot dog. And I fry it on medium to high heat, and only until the bacon is just lightly cooked. And the reason for this is so that it will bend around the hot dog, and it will also finish cooking while it's under the broiler. Now I take the wieners and I cook them in hot water. I boil them until they're nice and plump. Oh, maybe about 5 minutes after they start to boil. This helps to keep them nice and juicy inside, and it gives them a head start on the cooking. Next you'll need some cheddar cheese. I used mild cheddar cheese. You can use whatever you like. I just cut a few strips like this. Then take the wieners that you've boiled and slice them down the middle, and then again another strip like this. And then remove the middle piece and do that to each of them. I prefer to use the pork hot dogs. It's up to you, but I find them a lot more tasty. Then place the strips of cheddar cheese down the middle like this. And don't worry about the cheese being exactly even. It will be melted and it will even itself out anyway. Then take the lightly cooked strips of bacon and place them around each of the hot dogs like this. And then you'll secure them with a toothpick. Now you'll probably need 1 or 2 toothpicks, maybe even 3 per hot dog. But don't worry about the toothpicks burning when they're under the broiler, because they won't be under there long enough to matter. But if you did want to make sure of that, you can soak the toothpicks in a little bit of water beforehand. Now I didn't do that and I didn't have any problems with it. Now they don't need to be wrapped very tight. It's just a matter of wrapping them around there just to secure it. The idea is that you're going to get an awesome amount of flavor in every bite. This bacon and cheese really makes the difference. Now let's finish them off really nicely. Place them in the oven on their cookie sheet on the top shelf on high and broil them for about 2 to 3 minutes or so. Keep an eye on them, just long enough for the cheese to melt and for the meaty parts to be lightly browned. I can't wait to try one of these, and they look like they've cooked up quite nicely here. Now then you'll just take and remove each of the toothpicks, and the bacon stays on it quite nicely, and it doesn't matter if it does flop down a little bit like that, because once you place it on the bun it's going to hold together anyway. Now I like to take and toast the buns because it gives it that extra special effect as well. And I like to do that on the barbecue grill. You can also toast it in the oven if you want. But I find that on the barbecue grill, it just toasts the edges and warms the bun up nicely and it doesn't dry out. So here they are coming off just lightly grilled. So let's put this together and it'll be ready to serve. So what do you think? Would you like to try one? Now I like to eat them just like they are, because I like to enjoy that bacon and cheese flavor just like it is. You can go ahead and dress it up however you like. It's your world when you make your own. So these bacon and cheese wrapped hot dogs are better known as whistle dogs here in Canada, but I think in other parts of the world they probably don't recognize that term, so I use it interchangeably. Call it what you want, they're absolutely delicious. Go ahead, give it a try, and until next time, happy eating.